The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Dalai Lama. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. John Lennon. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Abraham Lincoln. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Steve Jobs. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Helen Keller. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. Life is a journey that must be traveled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. Oliver Goldsmith. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius. Your time is limited, don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Albert Einstein. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Dr. Seuss. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Charles R. Swindoll. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Oprah Winfrey. The purpose of our lives is to add value to the people of this generation and those that follow. Buckminster Fuller. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Soren Kierkegaard. Life is about making an impact, not making an income. Kevin Cruz. Life is short, and it's up to you to make it sweet. Sarah Louise Delaney. The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. Dolly Parton. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Tony Robbins. Life is not about waiting for the storms to pass, but learning to dance in the rain. Vivian Green. Life is like a camera. Focus on what's important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, take another shot. Unknown. Life is about accepting the challenges along the way, choosing to keep moving forward, and savoring the journey. Roy T. Bennett. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Lao Tzu. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Martin Luther King Jr. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Dennis P. Kimbrough. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. Eleanor Roosevelt. Life is like a coin. You can spend it any way you wish, but you only spend it once. Lillian Dixon. Life is too important to be taken seriously. Oscar Wilde. Life is a question, and how we live it is our answer. Gary Keller. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Maya Angelou. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Life is like an ice cream, enjoy it before it melts. Unknown. Life is what we make it, always has been, always will be. Grandma Moses. Life is a flower of which love is the honey. Victor Hugo. Life is a long lesson in humility. James M. Barrie. Life is the sum of all your choices. Albert Camus. Life is a journey, not a destination. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Life is a dream for the wise, a game for the fool, a comedy for the rich, a tragedy for the poor. Shalom Aleichem. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw.